Coach Cardoso from Hope Radio. Coach, I want to ask, with your hectic schedule that you've had as a club and with the players, do you think playing a team from the Municipal League is an advantage for you guys going into this weekend?
The next weekend? The team we're going to play in the next weekend?
No, the team that you're playing this weekend, is it an advantage for you playing a team from the third division, perhaps, or from the Municipal League, for your team, considering the hectic schedule that you've had?
Yeah, I totally understand your question. Indeed, it has been hectic and it will continue. And also there's one very interesting thing, I don't know if you already noticed, but from the 8 matches we play in PSL, 6 of them we played away since I arrived. So also we have the displacements, most of them flights, most of them on the moment you are in the airport they are delayed. So it seems easy, but it's not. And in the middle we played Champions League matches. We went in the north of Africa, so lots of hours lost. It's not easy indeed, but it's challenging and interesting. By the way, the coach needs to handle with that experience. There are a couple of countries in the world that probably have such a dimension. I remember Brazil, because also there they play in very tight schedule, and they also have big trips to do because the country is very big. And I don't know if there are many more. Obviously that this weekend we have a very important match to play. This is we just look on the side and everybody needs and understands the responsibility. The club lost already 1 cup final this season, and we have a strong desire to reach the final and then play for the cup. So that's the way we're going to face. Obviously that in the moment we have players that are super overloaded, and the risk of injury is very, very high. Also it's important that you understand we have a big squad, but in the moment we have 10 injured players. 10. So it's because sometimes I read people asking for players that they cannot even play because they are not in conditions to play. But thank God and thanks to the work of the staff of the club, several of them are already on the last stage of their recovery process, so that they make the team stronger in order for us to face with the schedule in the right way, that is obviously rotating players and maintaining the level of the team. So, answer direct to your question, eventually we will change a couple of players in this match, normally. But it has to do not with the level of the opponent, but with the need that we have, because we really need. Otherwise, we risk to have injuries by overuse, by overstress, by fatigue, and it's not a moment of the season with such big responsibilities to lose players by bad management. So I have to take care of that.
Lorenz, I've noted the hands on that side as well.
Coach, which players aren't available for this game? You just said they aren't available, and then secondly...
Oh, I can try to tell you. I can try, but if you start from the back, we have Motovi, Vala. We have Rivaldo Coetzee. We have Divine Lunga. We have Modal, Zuko. Then we have also Sales, that is coming back. We have, let me see if I don't make any mistake because I have them pointed. So, Kiano, that arrived injured. He's also finishing his recovery process. Mabena. So, I think it's
to help you
Temba. So, but most of them are finishing their recovery processes, and I think they will help us, even because they come from injuries. They are not so overloaded in terms of So let's hope in the end of the season we can become even more and more stronger, because we have big challenges ahead. And as is clear for me now, PSL matches, they are played on the limit. There's no easy matches. We're gonna play next PSL match against a team that is second from the bottom of the table, and we analyze them and say how it's possible, because they're strong. It's an interesting team, plays very good football. We went to play Magesi and we struggled to win the match in the end of it. So we know how is the level of the competition. We also know that playing against Sundowns gives extra energy to everybody. Everybody wants to perform because the lights are on these matches. It makes us work harder, and so we need everybody to be, because it's normal that in 72 hours, that is basically the space we have to recover players. And it's interesting even because the other day I said, when we spoke about the match of Pirates, some people didn't respect what I said regarding, I said we prepared the game in 20 minutes. I was referring about tactical work on the pitch, that in 20 minutes we had to explain the players basically what was the approach. Not that the training sessions had 20 minutes, or that we didn't discuss then in meetings or whatever, but I saw many comments saying that the coach is special one, he's preparing matches in 20 minutes. No, please try to understand what I say. It meant that the conditions, the physicality imposed by a training session should not allow us more than this kind of time. Then we had several meetings in order to prepare. We used videos from that 20 minutes to repeat what we wanted. And that's exactly what happened with the TS Galaxy. Exactly what happened, the same level of training. Now we gave rest to the boys. We arrived yesterday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We gave them rest today. And tomorrow we're going to have a possibility to make one training session with contents in order to prepare the future, not the next match, but the future, and to continue to work on our development, on our game ideas. But even tomorrow, for some of the players, still we will worry about the rest. Because they are tired. It was clear, and also I said that in the end of last match. You heard me saying that obviously after a match is so easy to speak, and even for myself, I try to make analysis that are easy to do them after. But it was clear that our players were tired on the match, very, very, very tired. And some of them, they didn't perform in the level they could because of being tired. But we decided to play with them in order to try to profit from the excitement and the level of commitment we had in the Pirates game. But in the end, we suffered. The players were tired, yes, it's clear.
Let's go to Lovemore and then Mazola.
Coach, decide.
On your left, Coach.
You've obviously coached in a country like Tunisia, and by your own admission, you did attest to the fact that it's a very aggressive space. Be it the supporters, be it management, as far as you feel it when the result doesn't go their way. I just want to ask you, what kind of energy maybe have you got in this week after one of those few occasions where you've lost a match? Maybe in comparison to what maybe you got to go through while it's you in Tunisia, where they don't make it a secret when you lose a match.
Yeah, very, very interesting question. But we always have to work hard, but passion is what can make us achieve the highest standards where we want to be. And the passion didn't disappear, or will never disappear among the players and the staff and the club. So sometimes games and results can happen like that. The question on always, I think, and that's the words I gave to my players, is everybody will fall someday. The energy you put to get up and how you get up is what will mark your steps. And our intention and our own energy will be put it towards the future, not towards the past. If we stand attached to that game, in terms of how a result like that can influence us, for sure we will lose even more energy. Obviously that after you win a game, a home game to Pirates, your expectation is that you can prolong that moment, positive moment, endure it on time. And we see, maybe you didn't hear me publicly speaking about that, but immediately after Pirates game I spoke on the locker room about the importance of the next game. Unfortunately it didn't went as we expected. It's not because we didn't fight, because we did fight. I think in the first half we could have been with a result completely opposite of the one we got, but we suffered a goal in one counter-attack, and from that we could not overcome that result. So now it's looking forward with big expectations for what he can do in the next games, knowing that they will be obviously very difficult. We're going to enter a tight schedule, but with big passion, because passion can drive us to where we want to continue to be. So we have to go back on the performance levels that allow us to win matches. We need to be also pragmatic in the moments we need to be, and we will need to handle the team in the best way, so that also from that we don't get the players extra tired and we can continue to fight for the results every day.
Azola?
Coach, I had a question about Mali Koza. In January, obviously, you signed 2 centre-backs to compete for that position. You worked previously with young players as well. How do you expect him to respond? Because obviously, since, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, up until the Pirates game, he had played every single minute. Up until he was on the bench against Pirates, and he didn't play against Galaxy as well. Is it because of the options that you now have, or is it something else, and how do you expect him to respond?
Very good question, and it's a good opportunity that allows me to speak about Mali and about the centre backs in general. Mali has been making a wonderful season, and we should remember that it's his first professional full season, let's say, and he became very important. He became very important due to the fact that he showed level when he was called. He showed level. So we feel very, very, very happy about his development. We trust him so much. We know that he's an asset, but he's also an asset that we should protect in certain moments. And that's exactly what happened. But at the same time, it's clear that the competition is very tight on that position. And as I said, in 1 month, eventually, Motobi will be joining the group, and also he will increase the level of that competition. Because not only Mali stayed out, Musa also already played several games with us, and very well. Basically, we are happy with the performance. For sure, Mali will come back on the team, but he'll come back on the team naturally with a level of rotation that we'll need to apply so that we can be competitive all the time. We are, as I said, I'll repeat, very happy with him. He will be an asset very important, not only for the club, but also for South African football. And we'll continue to work hard with him to make even him more strong, because I think that he can be even more strong in the future. And that will come also from the learning process that he gets from the coaches, but also from the teammates, because the fact that he has high-level concurrence for the post also obliges him to work hard. He has very good examples on his side about what it is to play on that position, and he'll get a very, very strong and very, very important player, for sure.
Okay, we'll take the last one, Jabulo.
Coach, this cup is one that the team obviously lost in the final last season. So how do the success and the failures of your predecessor impact the direction that you're taking the club on and sort of the objectives that the club has?
Look, the past is the past. I don't relate with the past. It's not because something happened in the past that it cannot happen again in a different way in the future. We don't control what happens to us. We control what we can do with what happens to us. That we control. And my intention is always with my personal life, with my family's life. That's the values I teach to my son, and that's the values I brought and joined the values that were already inside the club, is that we need to, every day when we wake up, understand that we need to progress. We need to work to be the best. We need to work to be among the best ones. And it implies us to look forward, to look for what you can do today, not to worry about what happened yesterday, because yesterday you should always analyze it, but just on the process of using that information to become better. So I don't really care about cups played in the past. I care that in the moment, and I hope we achieve the point where we can be preparing the final of this cup match, how we'll be on that moment, how we'll be able to be capable to obviously face the opposition that we'll have. First, until there, because there's a long way still. And in that moment, if it will happen, we'll deal with it in the best. It will be a very comfortable match to prepare, because when you prepare a final, it's already an achievement to be there, and so we'll be already amongst the two teams that can win it, and then it's just prepare it. But let's think about the way that can allow us to arrive on that point. That's the focus we have.